Okay, so in life, there's fact and there's fiction. And right now, I'd like to talk about a fact. All right, back in a minute. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. I really love helping people to save more money and other things as well. Time, effort, and energy. How you doing today? If you're brand new here, thank you so much for being here. If you've been here a while, thank you so much for coming back. I like to listen to the news, but I like to listen to true news, okay? Which is opposite the other kind of news. So, this is the way I feel about it. And according to a reliable news source, okay, do you realize this? You do. You're feeling it in your purse. So let's separate fact from fiction today in reference to grocery store prices. Back at 2019, if you were to spend, you or myself, an average American family, let's say they were spending $100 a week or a trip to the grocery store. Back in 2019, you would be spending $100 and you would get what you would get. Now, if you were to get the exact same items at this time of this recording, and this was tallied up at the end of 2023, and it's only January into 24, so not so much of a change. We are now spending $125 for the exact same things. That didn't change, same items, $25 a grocery session. That's $25 more than back in 2019. This is a fact, and this is according to a reliable news source that I believe in. I think many people know the name of it, and that's my opinion. I do believe it is a quality news source. So, what do we do about it? Well, first, we could whine, cry, and complain. And you know something? I think it's healthy to say, yeah, I'm really annoyed about this. And yeah, this shouldn't be. Get it out of your system. Say, it's annoying. And then to hear about how great everything is. Yeah, okay. Good one. Didn't go over very well because we are smart people. We are. We are smart people. And for many people, it hurt in the pocketbook. And I am very sensitive to people and how they stretch the grocery budget. And we have to make the best of things, though. Okay. So now that we know officially this is not a myth, this is not just whine, cry, and complain, this is according to a good, reliable news source. Okay. One that I personally trust. I'm just saying that I trust it. The whole world doesn't have to trust it, but I trust it. If they say it's true, I believe it. Okay. Now, making a long story short, so now we know we are spending, for a fact, $25 more per $100 grocery trip for the exact same items. Just saying. That's a lot of money. Because let's say that you go shopping and spend that $100 4 times a month. In 4 weeks' time, that's an extra $100 a month. Just saying, in case you repeated those items again. All right. But what can we do about it? Yes, get it out of your system. Say, I really don't like this. And then we have to make changes, which I cannot get into. But obviously, for the obvious reasons, people can figure out what I'm trying to say here. We have to make changes. We have to adjust our budget. We have to. If people think that the magic cloud is going to come around and snap a finger and everything's going to happen in a moment's notice and all the prices are going to come down, that's just like that's a nice thing to think about, but it's not reality in my opinion. In my opinion, that is not a reality. Everything I'm saying is just my opinion. Everybody does whatever they want. I'm just saying how I feel about it. Okay. So I have to work for an extra $25 a week just to get the same things that I was getting in 2019. Okay. Well, I guess that means I have to make some more videos or other things that I do. Just saying, just saying. We all have to make adjustments. Okay. So pick and choose. Is it going to be cut back on expenses or is it going to be increased income? And I oftentimes laugh about the poll that I take, and it's always the same answer. People much prefer to cut back than increase their income. So, hey, but sometimes we could cut back as much as possible, even down to the bare bone minimum, and even use the bones too, and you still need some more income. See, that's the thing only you could determine. You have to sit down, you have to face your numbers. We have to all face our numbers, okay? I know some people say, I don't have to look at my numbers. Well, great. I'm happy for you. But for the most part, I do believe how important a budget is. It is a roadmap. It's also very important to keep track of your expenses. Keeping track of your expenses is not your budget. It's keeping track of your expenses, and you are also assigning your expenses. Your expenses are not drifting balloons going from place to place with nowhere to lead or nowhere to end. You have to know where your money is going. You are in charge. You are in control. Not only are we CEOs of our kitchens, but we are also CEOs of our financials. We are actually the CEOs of our homes, apartments, or any living space that we are living in. And that's another thing. Keep in mind, not everybody lives in a house. Not everybody lives in an apartment. Some people live in RVs. Some people just rent a room. Some people live, very differently than what one may assume someone lives. We all have to live according to our lives, according to the best way possible. But I do believe that being aware that for a fact, okay, $25 extra plus shopping trip for the same exact things that you would have paid about $100 for in 019 is now $125. All right, so that's the harsh reality. Ask yourself, how many times a month are you grocery shopping? What can you do to eliminate or to double? Well, I can offer a suggestion. I'm going to get more into it on the next video about specific items that I believe should be part of everyone's stockpile, everyone's pantry. There's just some specific items that have worked for me, again for me, and it may work for you because I based it on logic. I based my recommendations about those items on personal experience and common sense approach and common sense logic. I'll never forget that Dr. Phil, he used to say back in the day on his show, there's nothing common about sense. He said it himself. I mean, they're, a reputable individual, highly intelligent man, and knows his stuff. But I hate to admit it, but I tend to agree with him. I don't think there's anything common about sense when it comes to handling money. That's something every single one of us, I don't care who you are, I don't care what your income. I noticed something, and I don't believe I'm wrong on this one. Many people that have a low income are really excellent money managers because they are more acutely aware of what is going on with their money. They may have a low income, they know how to budget. A lot of them do. And there are a lot of higher income people that think, well, the well could never dry. And of course, the bird clock. So the well can never dry, and let's not be responsible. Oh boy, clock. Silly clock. So where do we go from here? This is only really a reminder, once again, about being common sense in our approach, taking a moment, reviewing our expenses, where are things going, and knowing we need to do something one way or the other in terms of our grocery budgets. But we'll talk a little more about this. Come back tonight again at midnight for some more. Have an amazing day.